everyone, this is Bonnie from Backwards Story, and this is my November haul. And I already have so much to show you, so let's just go through this really fast, and let's get started. I did purchase a couple of ebooks this month. The first was The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. It was on sale for $2, and I've heard so many good things about this one. Snowspelled by Stephanie Burgess, which just came out in September, and this one isn't a fairy tale, but it had the feel of one, and this is one of her adult books, but she also writes a lot of great middle grade. Sirens and Scales, this is a pre-order. It is 99 cents right now if you pre-order it, and it is all about mermaids and sirens. Girl in the Red Hood by Brittany Fisher, which I believe was free. If it wasn't free, it was like 99 cents, but I think it was free for a few days. The Girl Who Rode in Silk by Kelly Estes. I might not have said that right, but this is a book that every time I hear about it, I want to read it, and then I forget about it, and it was like the Nook deal of the day for $2, maybe $3. I want to say $2, and so I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy it because I've been wanting to read it forever. P.S. I Like You by Casey West, which I've already read and reviewed, and I love all of Casey's books, and I have them all digitally, so when this one came up on sale, I figured I would add it to my collection. Chrysanthemum Night, Protagonist Bound by Gianna Culbertson. This is the daughter of, I want to say, Cinderella, one of the fairy tale princesses, and this is her story, and this is free, the first book in the series. 10 Things I Love About You. I had pre-ordered this, and I think it actually just downloaded this past week to my Nook, so I think I can read it now. It is an anthology. It takes place in the 1990s, and Elise Kova was one of the authors in it, and I like her, so I decided to pre-order it because it was cheaper to pre-order. They said the price was going to go up once the book was out. So I don't know. Since it just downloaded, it might be still on sale for another couple of days. I'm not sure if that was just a pre-order or first week sale. And the last ebook I bought was Dark Breaks the Dawn by Sarah B. Larson. This is the first book in a new series by her, and I believe it is based on Swan Lake. And I read her series Defy, and I've been anxious for this because it is a retelling. Alright, so I'm going to start with purchases. I have a lot of signed books this month. For Black Friday, Barnes & Noble had their annual author sign books, and I was able to get The Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. And I got to meet him this year at BEA, and he signed an ARC, but now I have a finished copy, and it's gold, which is really pretty. The Land of Stories, Worlds Collide. Looks like that with a smiley face. Let's not wreck it. This one I'm super excited about. The Book of Dust. The first book is La Belle Sauvage. It is by Philip Pullman. It is an equal, neither prequel nor sequel, to The Golden Compass. There's his signature. And then this was from a signing I went to. My Pride, Mastering Life's Daily Performance by Alton Fitzgerald White. And he told me that I was the first person he ever saw online holding his book, so he autographed it as such for me, and he was Mufasa for 13 years on Broadway and on tour, and when I saw The Lion King, which was the first show I ever saw, he was my Mufasa, so it was really nice to meet him. My last signed book is Hidden Sea by Gregory Maguire. It is The Nutcracker, and it is right there. Renegades by Marissa Meyer. And this one I should be getting another copy in the mail in the next day or two from the Bookie Box. It hasn't arrived yet, but you don't need to see 2 copies of it. Plus, this copy is really pretty. It'll be good for Instagram. So I went with this one. And I got 2 book boxes already in the mail. The Glass Spare by Lauren DeStefano. This is the Owl Crate exclusive cover. And Beasts Made of Night by Tochi Onibuchi from the Hoot Loot Anniversary Box. And the last thing I got,
super excited about this. It is The Great Comet of 1812, The Journey of a New Musical to Broadway, and it comes with a CD that has 5 songs on it, including 2 all-new recordings from Josh Groban. And, I mean, I have this cast recording and stuff. This book was on clearance at Barnes & Noble for $10. This is a $40 book. It was $10, plus I got the membership card. It was like $9-something after tax, so I couldn't pass up that deal. So that is everything I purchased.
I have a lot of new ebooks for review as well. The first is The Smoke Thief by Sally Green, who wrote the best-selling Half Bad series, which I did not read, but this book sounded so intriguing. It is high fantasy. It's got court politics and intrigue. It's supposed to be like a teenage Game of Thrones with a lot of grit to it, and it sounded amazing. It sounded a little bit like, you know, Six of Crows and Royal Bastards and things like that as well, so I really want to read this really soon, so I was excited to get my hands on that one. The Traitor's Ruin by Aaron Beattie. This is the sequel to The Traitor's Kiss, which I did not read last year, but it's something that I wanted to read. I heard that it was kind of a retelling of Mulan, and now that the second one is out, I will probably read the first 2 together. This is about superheroes and supervillains and a girl whose brother is, I believe, a superhero, and she has no powers of her own until maybe she does, and it just sounded like a lot of fun, and I definitely want to check it out, especially after having the week-long event that was all about superheroes and supervillains for Will You Rise or Will You Fall, and really being into Renegades and Dreadnought this year. The cover was the first thing to catch my eye, about Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake, but the book is actually about something really serious, something really current in the media, and is about a girl who, her best friend says that her twin brother raped her, and so what do you do in that kind of situation when somebody you loved did something so horrible? And that's something that's really current in the media right now, and so it sounded like something that is probably going to be a really big deal when the book comes out, so I am intrigued to take a look at that. But I could definitely see it not being a book for everyone, because it definitely has a lot of trigger stuff in it. Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. I was talking to Damaris from Good Choice Reading, and we were talking about what we were reading, and she was reading this at the moment and said it was fantastic, so I just downloaded the e-arc blind, not knowing too much about it and going on her recommendation alone. Another book with Sky in the title, Nothing But Sky by Amy Trueblood, and look at that gorgeous cover. This is post-World War I. It is about a windwalker who wants to get into an aviation show, and the summary sounded really intriguing on this, plus I love the cover. The Rogue Queen by Emily R. King. This is the third and I believe final book in the 100th Queen series. I believe it is a trilogy. I did not read the first 2. I didn't have time for the first one, and then I didn't have time when the second one came out. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to read them all together, and now that I have an arc of the third one, I can do that anytime I wish. Julie Cross has a new book out, and it is another book in her hockey series, and it is Breaking the Ice, and I had read and reviewed the first one, and I'm going to be doing stuff with her for the second one. And Entangled had a lot of books available this month as well. Some of them you had to wish for. I was lucky enough to wish for 2 books and received them both. This was one of the 2 I wished for, By a Charm and a Curse by Jamie Questel. This one it takes place during a carnival, and it reminds me a little bit of Caraval, and it has a curse built into it. It just sounded really intriguing. This is The Heartbreak Cure by Amanda Ashby, and these books are just like, Entangled just always puts out books that have the best tropes, you could say. They always seem to be the ones I gravitate towards. This one is pretending that the boy next door is your boyfriend after a really bad breakup, and of course things move forward from there. Another Boy Next Door book, The First Kiss Hypothesis by Christina Mendelsky. This one I already read, and it is about a girl who she heard from her grandmother that she kissed her then not even boyfriend for the first time, and then they got married, and so she wants that for herself, and so she believes that only first kisses can prove that, and she had a really bad first kiss with the boy next door who she really, really likes. So it goes from there. And then my last ebook for review was also A Wish Granted from Entangled, The Sweetheart Sham by Danielle Ellison, and this is also a fake relationship book. So that is everything for ebooks.
So the left-hand corner is finished copies, the right-hand corner is ARCs. We'll start with the ARCs because I'm super excited about them. And I forgot about Dear Evan Hansen Through the Window because I'm actively reading it right now, and I had it upstairs on my bed. So it's got libretto with some, down the side it has some comments. It also has how they made it, how they had actors on board. The finished copy is beautiful. It has blue tipped edges, and it's in hardcover. This is the ARC, and I'm going to be reviewing it in the next few days for Broadway World. I wanted to review it last week, and I'm halfway through reading it. With the holiday, I did not have time to finish this, but it is out now, and it is gorgeous, so I have that as well for review. Rick Riordan presents Arusha and the End of Time by Rashani Chokshi, and this is a new line, Rick Riordan presents. It's from Disney Hyperion, and, you know, Rick Riordan doesn't want to write mythologies from worlds he's not as familiar with as somebody who grew up there or maybe heard about it or it was passed down through generations, and so he is cultivating books in these cultures so that there's more mythology in the world, and this is the very first one, so I'm super excited. Look at the art. And I loved her book, The Star-Crossed Queen, for teens. So I'm super excited for this. Ash Princess. This is by Laura Sebastian. I read this in July for my birthday as a super early present to myself as a digital ARC. And I'm on the tour for this in April, I think. Very, very good book. You'll like it if you like things like The Red Queen and The Winner's Curse. I'm super excited to read this monster. Look at how big it is. It's like 600 or 700 pages. It's huge. Tomi Adeyemi. This is Children of Blood and Bone. 5 or 6 houses broke out into a bidding war over this book. It comes out early March. Same day, same publisher. To Kill a Kingdom. Alexandra Christo. And it's like, I forget if it's mermaids or sirens, but it's like the darker side, and I'm so excited. Everless by Sarah Holland. This comes out early January. A lot of people have been talking about it. It has something to do with time, so I'm intrigued by that. And the last ARC is Only Killers and Thieves by Paul Haworth. And it's about 2 brothers who are exposed to the brutal realities of life and the seductive cruelty of the power. In this riveting debut novel, the story of savagery and race, injustice and honor, it's set in the untamed frontier of 1880s Australia. So it's similar to The Sun and to Cormac McCarthy. So these are ARCs. And then for finished copies, Roomies by Christina Lauren, which I was previously sent an ARC of. This comes out December 5th, so you are going to be seeing a review of it from me next week, as well as a special post with the authors on Broadway World. BBC Doctor Who, The Book of Universal Records, official timey-wimey edition by Simon Greer. This just came in the mail today. And I've never really seen Doctor Who, so I don't know much about it. So this might make a good holiday gift. But I do want to see if maybe Mandy knows a little bit about it, so that I always feel bad if I can't review something, even if it's something I didn't request, you know? And then Harper sent me a ton of stuff. Well, this is actually Harper, too. Harper also sent me The Lost Frost Girl by Amy Wilson, which is about the daughter of Jack Frost. It sounds really good. They sent me this gorgeous anniversary edition. Look at these red pages of The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. It's really pretty. And I have a video just for this coming up. I haven't posted it yet. The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. I'm excited to read this. It is not really a retelling of A Christmas Carol, but it's based in that. It's about a girl who's visited by the ghost of Christmas past and present and future, and then she dies anyway, and she wakes up in like this type of Scrooge Academy, and now she is the ghost of Christmas past, and it sounds like maybe there's some kind of romantic interest with the person she's visiting, but maybe not. It's hard to tell with that, but it sounds really interesting. So I'm going to be reading and reviewing that in December. Mandy's going to be reading and reviewing The 12 Dares of Krista by Marissa Burt, who wrote Storybound, which I read. It was really cute. So it sounds like a fun holiday read. The Library at the Edge of the World by Felicity Hayes McCoy. This is also from Harper, but it's not from their holiday package. It just kind of got in between the other stuff. But it sounds really good. I mean, if it has library books in the title, I already want to read it. The Doldrums and the Hemsley Curse, Nicholas Gannon. And then the last thing from Harper, that's not true, there's 2 more books from Harper. The Dazzling Heights by Catherine McGee. This is the sequel to The Thousandth Floor, which I did not read, but Mandy did. It's gorgeous. And the last thing they sent me in their holiday package was the Selection Coloring Book by Kiara Cass. So we can color. And then this is also from Harper, but it's not from their holiday line. It is the Fairy Handbook. It's an enchanting compendium of literature, lore, arts, recipes, and projects from the editors of Fairy Magazine. And it's really, really pretty. I'm going to be doing a video for this really soon, too, so we can look at it up close and in detail. But it's gorgeous. It'll make a great holiday gift. They also sent me Fairy Magazine to go with it. So that is it for finished copies. So that is everything from me this month. I can't wait to see what you guys got. Definitely let me know what you think I should read first, because this is a lot. I definitely won't get to all of it as soon as I would like. So let me know what your favorites are, and I'll talk to you guys again next month. Well, hopefully I'll talk to you before that, but you know, for this haul video. I will see you again soon. Bye.